Well, some people they like when streaming drops all in episodes of a TV show all at once. Some rather get it week to week. Overall, it when dropped all at once, it kind of hurts the show, and that's my belief on there because basically you watched it all at once, nobody's remembering it later and not talking about it. Whereas week to week, at least you're still talking about the situations. And there's some shows that it does a little bit. Netflix does a little bit of both, which they used to do it one way, but they got a little bit smarter to that point. Same thing with Hulu and Paramount. You're going to get some stories. Like just finished Mobland. Mobland was on Paramount Plus, and that was week to week. Same thing with Landman and Tulsa King. They didn't drop it all at once. But we got the revival of King of the Hill coming out, and it's coming out on Hulu. Excuse me, Sulu on Hulu this summer. I just did the video on Star Trek, and that's why I'm still in Star Trek mode. Sorry about that, folks. But on Hulu this summer, they're going to be dropping all the new episodes at once. And the thing about it is, and if you didn't hear, because we talked about it over on the Dugout over at Sci-Fi Snobs channel, there have been some real strange stories out of this. I mean, there have been a lot of deaths, and of recently, you just had the voice actor for Dale pass away during production and had to be replaced. So basically, the voice may change a little bit during the halfway through the series. And then I don't know if they were going to use him or not, but the second, not the first, the second actor, John Acorn, had died after being shot by somebody near his home. And, like I said, the first John Acorn, he passed away during the series itself, back in the 90s onto that point. And then, Brittany Murphy and Tom Petty and many others that have been on this show have passed away. There's not much left of the original cast. But now, we're getting to the revival. But like I said, here's the problem, and I'm going to read this and from one section from comic books. King of the Hills revival faces a major streaming problem, and I agree with this. It's the last paragraph in this article which explains it best. King of the Hill is best when it's weekly. King of the Hill is just best when it's enjoyed on a weekly basis. Take Futurama's recent revival season. For example, the animated classic returned for 2 new seasons with Hulu and had released them on a weekly basis. This gave a longtime fans something new to chew on every week and helped them build a discussion, keeping the interest alive for new episodes. If something King of the Hill is even better made due to the pace of each story.
He's right. Do you know that?
One thing that is immediately apparent about the original show is that it had a slower pace than its compatriots at the time. Rather than be consistently packed with jokes and moments, King of the Hill found its success in allowing its characters to breathe and mind the humor from this more grounded style. It's best when you get one episode and then have to wait until next week to see what's next. That's especially even more true now with so many changes coming to each of these characters. This new King of the Hill isn't just a return to form, but it's also a brand new introduction to a whole new era. It's something fans need in time to settle down with and let all the changes sink in. But like Hank coming back from Saudi Arabia after many years to find Arden has changed, King of the Hill fans are going to be a hit with the massively changed world all at once. And then when it's over, until another season comes, King of the Hill deserves better after we've been waiting for it such a long time. And I agree with that. Episode to episode, when I take in even what's on streaming, I only take in 1 or 2 episodes. I don't binge the whole thing because it's so much you want to take in, and then you want to continue on. And I think that's what made this series good is the developation of the characters, week to week, how they develop. and all the problems that they go through on each one of them. And it's something that you can't squeeze it like an American Dad or Family Guy, or The Simpsons. This is something totally in a different league in its own. Futurama was only successful in itself for that week to week on the new updated episodes. That's the reason why like Paradise PD could have done better on Netflix, and what was the other one? Fazjak, which is the other from the same creators of Brickleberry, because Brickleberry did Brickleberry, which crossed over with Paradise PD, and then they had that futuristic type, which I thought was pretty good. But I think they dropped it all at once, and I think if they did episode to episode, if you ingested it that way, I think we would still be talking about it. And that's the thing, is that once you drop it all at once and people binge it all at once, they stop talking about it. They'll go, oh, that's it. It's done. It's done. It's gone. That's there's nothing else you can watch, to that point. But like I said, I'm hoping it's good. But there's the stuff that gets revived. You always fall into that woke territory where they try to throw things at you, politically wise. And I just hope they just don't really do it with this show. I really don't, because they have their own, how can I say, their own politics in a way, and to subvert stuff that doesn't need to be there. No, you're not making levity a situation. You're just driving in an agenda. So let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Drop it all at once or episode to episode? You let me know in the comments. Don't forget to share, a like, and hopefully today's the day I've earned your subscription. So until next time, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for clicking on this video, because you could have clicked on any video of the thousands and thousands of videos here on YouTube or Rumble. We really do appreciate it. So until the next video, bye-bye now.